just arrived back home. I actually had a really good session. The funny thing is, normally you would expect that on a calorie deficit, you sort of, your strength goes down. It's very normal. But for some reason, because I took creatine like a double load today, not a double load, but instead of 3 grams, 5 grams, I don't know, maybe it's a mental thing. But I managed to push 100 kg in bench press, which is 6 repetitions, which is pretty tough without spotting, at least for me. So I'm happy with that. But yeah, now I need a shower for sure. So how was your day, guys? How are you getting on? We're sort of getting to the 4th week now. Yeah, so we have to tighten things up a little bit. Yeah, one thing I want to address, I think Theo was asking it. He said, Mark, what do you think about a deload week? Shouldn't we do that? Like 3 weeks on, 1 week off? No, you shouldn't. A deload week you normally do after a full program. Let's say after 3 months of lifting, then you do a deload, 1 or 2 weeks of deloading. That's how you normally do it. You wouldn't lift for 3 weeks and then a deload. That doesn't make any sense. So only if you have like aches and pains and stuff and you feel like in that 1 week you feel not that strong, then on a couple of lifts you just go a bit down. But generally speaking, try to keep your lifts up. As you're going down in weight, you want to make sure you keep that muscle. Don't burn your muscle, so you need to make sure that you hit the intensity, you keep your protein high, and then at the end, when we hit the 3 months, then you do a deload week. But I'll teach you all that stuff anyway, so just wanted to give you that on the way. All right, had a shower really quick, and now we're gonna have a bit of cake. But this cake is made out of quark, I think. And xylite, which is a sugar substitute. If you want to read more about that or know more about that, just let me know. And here is a bit of coffee. So we'll get all that set up and work some stuff down. It's always good after your workouts to get some carbs in. So this is carbs, protein, and a little bit of fat. But I need that now. All right. Just want to answer a quick question from Mary. She says, what do you have for breakfast, lunch, and dinner? Basically, you guys see me in these videos what I eat, and that is what I eat at the end of the day. It's not anything outside of that. It's different for every one of you guys. I mean, if you downloaded the calorie calculator, you can do and make your own meal plan. Good protein sources if you do. Someone's calling. I just finished a call now. If you're looking for, let's say, high protein foods, obviously outside of meat, you can use stuff like the curd cheese, like yogurts, like quark, if you've got that meal planner, the best thing to do is if you go into the meal planning section and you open protein, then I listed all the proteins I use for my clients. They're all in there. Same with carbs, same with fats. They're all already sort of, in that sheet. So now telling you exactly what is good and what is bad doesn't really make sense because it's already done. So just check that out. And if that wasn't your question, then ask another one. Okay, next question comes from Blessed for Life Traveris. Blessed for Life Traveris is asking, Mark, what do you think about calisthenics, and what do you think about doing a challenge with calisthenics? So first of all, calisthenics I think is a great workout. It's a body weight workout, obviously. It has been hyped now the last couple of years, and you see a lot of young people, youngsters do it. Then also there's a lot of miseducation in that sector. You've got a lot of people who have no idea what they're doing. Again, but that is with everything. So just a little side note. Generally speaking, it's great to develop an amazing body. You see a lot of people, they're absolutely, packed six-pack and everything going on because of that. So therefore I would say obviously it's a great thing to do if you like bodyweight training. In terms of doing a challenge with calisthenics, I don't know what that challenge would look like how many muscle ups can you do, or do you want to learn a planche or stuff like that. Handstand push-ups, there's loads of stuff, but at the end of the day, to develop these skills, it's not a month. It's sometimes 2, 3, 4, half a year or a year until you get there. So doing a challenge, I feel, is not the right thing to do because it's going to be hard, in terms of keeping track, and it's going to be boring for people on YouTube to watch it. So what I could do is I could say, well, I want to learn a planche, and then I start training for it. I'll do like a transformation video after I've done it, that kind of thing. But the kind of challenges we're doing here right now, I don't think that really works that well. But thanks for the idea. All right, something else I wanted to share, and I think you guys know, because they're always surprised when people ask me. I say, Mark, how old are you? I just turned 36, and this year or next year 37. So that's my age, and a lot of people are like, oh my god, you look like 26 or 28, but not in over your 30s. You know, most of the people, if I shave now, you know, most people think I'm really, really young, and that's the funny thing in the gym. That happens a lot of times as well. So when I train, you know, all the youngsters who are training there, who, you know, let's say, to Mark Paul's words, I just read his comments, and he said, the steroids using dickheads, and, you know, the rest I can't say because otherwise probably YouTube is gonna block this. The funny thing is, you know, these guys, they probably think I'm their age, and that's why it's always funny to be in a gym in this environment. I would say I'm more educated, obviously, because it's my job, and then you see other people who don't give a fucking shit, really. I don't know why I'm saying that. You know, it's very judgmental in a way, but it's just something you have to deal with. You always have people in the gym who throw the plates around, who do incorrect forms, try to push as much weight as they can, because that's your ego. If you're 18 years old, if you're 16 years old, you just want to be the Hulk, right? You just want to be the guy in the gym everyone looks up to and is, you know, the guy, right? So if you're not the guy, you're gonna be trying to be the guy. And if you're the girl who doesn't have that, you know, ass like the other girl next to you, you're probably gonna try to, I don't know, starve yourself to death or something like that. Stupid sort of regimes come up into your head when you start doing these things by comparing yourself to other people. So don't do that. I'm old enough. The thing is, when I say I'm old enough, I never thought I will ever say this, but you know, at a certain age, you just don't give a fucking shit anymore in terms of what other people think about you, about your appearance. And if you're self-confident, if you know what you're doing, if you know, then it's not a big issue anyway. But I just see a lot of, let's say, when you're younger, in the younger bracket, under 20, when you're developing yourself, when you're developing a personality, obviously you get influenced very quickly, right? You see something and think that's right, so you go there. And then you go there. So your beliefs and behaviors, they aren't set yet, because they're most of the time they come from your parents or from your peers, and you're trying to develop a sort of personality. But once you have that and you know who you are and you know where you're going, there's bullshit around you where people take, you know, roids and stuff. You know, can't say that on this channel again. Then all of that becomes secondary, and that isn't important. Okay, so just don't get annoyed of people who are in the gym around you. We had this question earlier in the other video, in the video before yesterday, talking about, you know, isn't the guy next to you doing it wrong? Or my clients asking me all the time, Mark, this guy's not doing the correct exercise. Don't judge people, just leave them alone. They are developing their own personality. That's what I always think and say. And if people like to take juice, you know, if they like to, you know, help themselves look bigger for a certain period of time, that's fine. But at the end of the day, you know, once they stop taking whatever they're taking, it has such negative effects on your body that they wish they never took it. You know, there's so many reports and people interviewed and studies done on people who have stopped, and it's amazing. They've got psychological problems, they've got hormonal problems, they turn from a muscle man into like man boob sort of type of guy. It's really disgusting what happens to your body because you're abusing it so much. So please don't do that. Simple as that. What I'm eating tonight, because you guys are interested in that, is turkey breast and a bit of side salad. That's really it. And yeah, so I'll see you guys tomorrow. Punch the like button, punch the subscribe button, and here we go. Alright, how are you guys? How is everyone doing? Let me know, let me know, let me know. I think the camera's always in a funny angle when I put it up here, but who fucking cares, right? So I'm gonna go to the gym again, and today's Sunday, and you're like, Mark, you're cheating! Well, I'm not, because the problem is